Hi, I'm Mark Palmer, Chief Counsel of the Illinois Supreme Court Commission on Professionalism. Today I'm speaking with Illinois Supreme Court Chief Justice Ann Burke about the importance of mentoring in the legal profession. The Commission on Professionalism administers the court's free lawyer-to-lawyer mentoring program, which matches new and more experienced lawyers for a year-long CLE program designed to build careers grounded in the principles of attorney professionalism. Chief Justice Burke, thanks for joining me.
Well, thank you, Mark, very much. I really am happy to be here and be able to speak about the mentoring program, which I think is quite historical in many ways.
We will certainly get into that because it's been one of the pillars of our Commission on Professionalism over the years. And why is it that mentoring is so important to for the legal profession?
Originally, in the United States anyway, our mentor program was how one studied to become a lawyer. Yeah. It's just another word for working under somebody or with somebody to make sure that you had a good relationship, you learned the law, and you learned to do what you're supposed to do. So I think it's grounded in that kind of an idea that it's important for new lawyers and people who are going to be lawyers to have a mentor.
Yeah, and I'm curious to hear about how mentoring has affected your career as a lawyer, as a judge, as a justice. What's been your experience with mentoring throughout your life?
But I've always had mentors in my life, and starting on, as a child with a good coach, and in high school with a teacher that encouraged me to do what I wanted to do. My husband actually suggesting I go back to college because I was a college dropout, and then going on to law school. It's important to have somebody right there to be able to guide you, who you trusted and you knew. And of course, Justice Mary Ann McMurrow was my main mentor for decades. Her husband was a Chicago policeman and knew my husband, who also was a Chicago policeman. So we had a long-standing relationship long before I became a judge or even a lawyer. So she always was someone I admired, and actually, without having an official mentor or mentee, she mentored me all along. I got a phone call yesterday from a mentor of mine, he was a very personal, close friend. And so when I graduated from law school, his graduation present to me was one free jury murder trial. So all our friends were lawyers, and so their presence to me was a transaction, which I did one I'll never do again, jury murder trial, though it had all the trimmings of, exciting homicide and all kinds of stuff. And he called yesterday because he saw an article in the New York Times about a case that I had co-counseled with Sidney Karasik in the early 80s. It was the plaintiffs versus Walgreens, Illinois Department of Revenue, et cetera. It was about the Illinois Department of Revenue charging taxes on women's feminine items. Now, this is in the 80s. I was on the case with Sidney Karasik, and he was one of the founders of the Illinois Appellate Lawyers Association. He never missed a term arguing in the Supreme Court. And he gave me he said, whatever cases you can bring to me, you can second chair me. So this was a fantastic case. And we won in the trial court, the appellate court reversed, and then we won in the Supreme Court of Illinois. And now in the UK, according to this article in the New York Times yesterday, they are following the premise that we decided that there was no taxes should be made on these items for women in Illinois, and 11 other states did it. But that's because I had a mentor. Those two men were my mentors when I first became a lawyer. But we didn't call them that, it's just that we were friends. But they gave me the opportunity to work with them, to watch them do jury trials, to watch them be with them doing class actions. And so I'm a product of that.
Yeah, you alluded to the fact that mentoring doesn't have to always be so formalized. It can occur in episodic events throughout one's life, through one's career. What are some other examples that you've seen mentoring impact the lives of others around you?
Well, I think everyone has had one, whether they thought about it as a mentor, but there was always somebody at somebody's side that was an encouragement. And I think that's an important thing. You know, the presumption, of course, is for now, getting back to today, is that lawyers are presumed to know what to do, at least legally. But of course, socially and professionally, they don't always know. I know that even when I went to law school, I was already, an adult with 4 children, is that how does a lawyer act with the clerk in the court? How does the lawyer act with other lawyers? And what is the interaction between individuals? Once you become a lawyer, how should you work with other people? And I think all of that is an important aspect by watching somebody, how they conduct themselves, and listening to somebody who is someone you trust. So everybody has had a mentor. I have to say, Mark, that they've had them. Maybe they didn't realize it, but it's someone that they might have been watching from afar, how they conduct themselves. That's why we as lawyers have to make sure that the new lawyers has someone like that in their life. Not everyone has been fortunate to have someone in their life who could be trusted and is a mentor.
Now, in Illinois specifically, we started our mentoring program that the commission runs in 2011. So now going on 10 years, with your great support over the years and the support of the rest of the Illinois Supreme Court. Why did the court launch this program? Why mentoring for new lawyers starting their career?
Well, Justice Thomas really was probably the person who was the foremost proponent of this idea. And everyone around the table in the discussions regarding in 2009, when it was launched as a pilot project, said we've had different people at different times for different professions we've all been in. Justice Thomas was in a different profession as a professional football player, but he had mentors in those programs. So the idea of having someone who they could trust and learn from was a number one important thing, because you just can't pick out anybody from your list from the Sullivan's book of who the lawyers are in your community. You have to find someone that you match with, that you can trust, and they match with you. So it's a relationship building program, I think, which is important. We all need someone. I mean, every once in a while I'll say, oh, and Justice McMurrow passed away, and I keep saying, Justice McMurrow, where are you when I need you? That kind of thing. I need someone like you to talk to right now. And it's a great relationship building program, and it's needed by our young people who are lawyers. Not everyone is so young either. As I said, I was older when I graduated, but it's important to know what to do, how to present yourself, and what is the right way to be a lawyer, to be professional. And especially the pandemic now, I think, is really even more important. This is all new to all of us, sitting together in the Zoom room. I think it's wonderful. I think it's a great opportunity. We can get to know more people. We can be involved with each other, as opposed to setting up a coffee 2 weeks and down the line. We can actually meet today. We can get things done today.
Yeah, that really speaks to some of the feedback we've been receiving from participants over the last 9 months, almost a year now, that they've been meeting more remotely, saying, boy, is it convenient, it's easy, geography is not a limitation, and so forth. And I really want to drive home your point of, our program is not just teaching substantive law issues, which are important, especially when you're the new lawyer and maybe you're practicing in a new area with specific rules for this judge or this courthouse, or getting to know the local rules inside and out if you're a litigator, or transactional issues if not, and so on. But our program does more than just substantive law education. Clearly, mentoring works. Mentoring has worked in your career and many, many other lawyers' careers now and to come in Illinois. Thank you so much, Chief Justice Burke, for joining me today.
Thank you, Mark, and good luck on the Commission on Professionalism. I'm so proud of all of you.
For all of you to learn more about our mentoring program and to become a mentee or mentor in Illinois, visit our website at the2civility.org or the link in the notes below. Thank you for joining us today, and be well.